was a patch as well where you run in with Lash and TB just destroys you because he was building like a Maid Slayer and stuff. But I think that Lash is... yeah, I'm a big fan of Lash, bottom line.
10 seconds
I should stop yapping. Just big fan of Lash.
Sure. I'm a big fan of Huskar. I'm actually a Huskar enjoyer. I don't play the hero, but I like it. I think it's a cool hero. I think Huskar's cool. Sue me.
Look, we're streaming here on Kick now, so I can say some wild things, but I'm down. I'm down. Exclusively. I think Dota is ruined by balance. I think this game needs more of these goddamn Huskars. It needs Meepos to be broken. It needs an Enigma with a black hole that just jumps in and wins the game on its own. It's too balanced. How is that balanced? It shouldn't be balanced. That's the thing. Like, I want to see a hook into the fountain. I know it's broken. I want to see a techies that ruins the game. It just fundamentally like... You want to have really high highs and really low lows. That's what keeps you hooked. You know, like this middle ground. If I wanted middle ground, I'd go play chess. You know, I'd play the first 20 moves by the book and then lose anyway because I suck. But, you know, I'd have that middle ground. That's me. Okay. I still hate Huskar, though.
Okay. I mean, I'm a big Huskar. You will be the opposite of you. You can be a Huskar hater all you want. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm seeing cool things. I'm ready. I'm ready to see what they got. I'm ready to get into this game. I'm ready to see Huskar. I'm ready to see this Huskar Dazzle lane just kind of upset somebody. And they can be toxic in chat because we're exclusively on Kick.
Yeah, it's gonna... it's gonna upset someone for sure. We'll see who. Maybe it upsets MOUZ. Maybe it doesn't, because this hero in general, like, is much better one-on-one. Because if you find an angle to collapse on him, maybe he kills you, but he dies as well. Meanwhile, in mid lane, he just bullies you out most of the time.
Right.
He's got Incendiary, by the way, as well, so... as most players are going for. Sometimes you see the other facet when you need a dispel, but Incendiary is also really damn strong. Of course, it's the main facet that you go for on the Huskar, on the Huskarino.
I just kind of want the lanes to start. Oh my god, I'm that excited. Show me the lanes.
Yeah,
see how it all goes.
The battle's starting.
Well, Shadow Demon already kinda taking a beating. Yeah, he might even be dead.
No. Yeah, first blood potentially for a Huskar.
Did I?
First blood. No, first blood for Dazzle though. Well, the first time we've seen Celery get first blood.
Dude, this Centaur will have to TP. But maybe not. But he's gonna be zoned out of the lane. Now Dazzle can just go there with Poison Touch, right? In any case, this lane down bottom is already feeling like a disaster. Look at Crystallis. Actually, he might die.
Oh gosh. You say that, he's done. No, you're right. You say that, but he is dead.
Yeah,
now,
and he died first.
Level 2. I don't know if it happened before or after. But would you have taken Shallow Grave level 2 instead?
There's no way. I don't think I would. I mean,
like, Crystallis just get that damage out and maybe survive that.
You know what? It's such a peculiar lane. Like, it's such a niche lane that maybe I would. Just because of the Huskar being Huskar and Huskar loving to stay on 0 HP. Like, that's his max damage output, right? Like, just because it's this lane, maybe I would. You know, just to feel good. But then I'd feel really bad that I can't trade properly.
You don't have Shadow Wave?
Yeah, it helps. It helps a lot. But like you said, yeah, maybe because of the Huskar. Maybe he gets it level 3 even if an opportunity arises. Usually you just want your Shadow Poison in normal lanes maxed. If you're playing with some illusion heroes or some summons, you want your Shadow Wave maxed because of the damage. Like, Dazzle PL is kind of nasty if you wanna... If you have a friend, I'm sure that you have one, you wanna combo. If you don't, I'll combo that with you. But you play PL and Dazzle, and you just spawn the illusions and then Shadow Bomb them.
Taking strays in this like explanation. I'm sure you have a friend. Like, god damn.
No, I mean someone that can play PL.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
what I meant.
Sure. No.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You've got plenty of friends. You've got me. You've got Lacoste.
One way to cash in.
Down before the count. Respect is gonna die here. Yamish gets the kill. Oh my god.
I didn't mean any shade. I was being...
No, I know. I know. Oh, that's funny. And Respect, by the way, I was a big fan of Respect during his time with Into the Breach. I remember watching him at DBC, and I loved watching him play. I thought he was a very solid, interesting player. I'm curious to see how he does in this series. They don't even want to lane. Look at this. Like, bottom, top, they're going for it. They land the cookie.
Oh, nice shards. Yeah.
Shards. Oh, yeah. Well, like, Centaur hasn't come out from in between the tier 1s and tier 2 yet.
Well, that's how you generally play into Huskar. You just don't play. Like, you don't play the lane. And when you're playing on... Of course, on the offlane, you have more shenanigans that you can play around, which is what they're doing, you know, creep skipping a bit. He might have to TP. Yep. Yeah. He might still tick out.
Oh, gosh.
He'll be fine.
I'm gonna say, it's lucky that he went back to base.
Yeah, if he TP to the lane, he was dead. Just from the ticks, for sure. Not really sure why he showed up in the lane, but... Yeah, Shadow Demon went to secure the 4-minute rune, so he couldn't really creep skip anymore. I feel like if you're SD or Centaur this game, all you gotta do is literally just 24/7 creep skip bottom. You're not laning.
It seems that way, right? My question is, if they're going to continue to creep skip like this, would you rather just have the Dazzle and stay out of the lane, get you solo experience on Crystallis, and...
No, they're gonna kill SD first.
Stack, but they are gonna try and get Shadow Demon, Poison Touch, and the shards well on the mark, and that will be... Oh, they gave up on it for a second.
Oh, deny! Perfect. Mwah, chef's kiss.
That's what you
Good job. Yeah.
That's what you get for all three heroes being like, we got him before the mission was successful.
Yeah, good delusion, deny. You'll love to see it. I love to see it.
As much as I'm a Huskar enjoyer, I'm an enjoyer of, you know, players getting taught a lesson real quick.
Yeah. The poison touch, of course. The spears cannot be denied, but the poison touch can.
Yeah.
So you get that. Even if he died there, I think that was a good move from SD, because Centaur, look at his last hits. It's 17-6 versus a beast that's 12-3. Like, Centaur in general needs a better lane, but it doesn't matter. He's still getting a lot considering that he's playing versus a Huskar. Plus, he's going, of course, for Helm of Dominator. So, yeah, he'll have that creep to play around.
Said Crystallis is just doing whatever he wants in this bottom lane. Level 6 for the pot.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's holding on a Dream Coil. Anyone having a good CS game? Not popping off by any means just yet. We've seen him have amazing games in that first series with MOUZ. But other than that, it's been quiet for MOUZ overall because they didn't have mid one. So is he the massive difference maker here, and is it something to look at? Whereas, you know, if MOUZ have an amazing series again in this series, is it the mid one factor?
Is under attack.
He definitely can tempo control this game. They're gonna go for SD again.
Go for SD again. This time, secure the kill.
Dire's bottom tower needs
Don't let him just walk away. And Dream Coil gets committed. They do get the kill. They'll snap it. Little Shredder hook stomp in the double edge.
They're not going for Huskar.
Yeah, and they're not going for the shrine though from the side of MOUZ either.
Yeah,
You got both shrines.
under attack.
Now they'll try to get Snapfire. Mid one's come over here, but you've lost both shrines, so your supports are going to start to fall behind a little
Dire's
bit.
bottom tower
a little bit slow from MOUZ, yeah. Definitely a bit slow from them in comparison to how they played previously.
Dire's bottom tower always did
Just
get short shrift.
not reacting to some of the things that are being done on the map. Lash? He's got the fat wand, yeah.
Amplify, and yeah, he's got a pretty fat wand to just turn this, but he turns into a scatter blast. Shards aren't 100% on the mark. Huskar's not coming over. They go to the tag team. Roche is seeing a little bit of a pain.
Oh, nice
up
cookie.
on the high ground, and that's really well done.
Yeah, very nicely done. Keep in mind that he needed one more poison on Lash, and he'd have 5. Like, Lash, yeah, he was in danger there. That's why he didn't fully commit. He needed to juke instead. But yeah, this lineup of MOUZ is extremely early game oriented between the Lash and Huskar. I mean, they scale as well, of course, but these heroes tend to do a lot of work in the first 15 minutes of the game if they are given a decent laning stage.
I'm a little worried about the fact that they haven't gotten that much of accomplished, and TB's just got a free lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That seems to be concerning.
Yeah, he can win this game. Like, this is the ultimate core of the match, hands down. And I'm very interested in seeing what Crystallis builds. Like, what kind of item build is he gonna go for as a position 1 Huskar?
Well, right now it's Armlet, Sanjin, Yashiki though.
Yep. Stock standard, more or less, nothing crazy. Maybe down the line an Axe is also alright, but you are playing into a lot of saves on the other side. Roar.
And
okay.
I too enjoy just using spells.
Especially if it's as powerful as a roar, you know.
Big fan. Hi. I don't know if it's that I haven't had breakfast yet, but my brain is getting a little bit numb here. I'm kind of watching some of this stuff happen, but Dream Coil on to 2. Stampede is used. TV's in. Mid one's in trouble, and they will
nice
not
grave.
Get this little Shrek from the shallow grave that came out, but the hook stomp finally. They had all 5 heroes here.
Yeah, Huskar is TPing, but that's way too late. He might even cancel it. Yeah, he cancels it. Yeah, even though they lost the fight, like they lost Lash and Tusk, very well done by Liga. They kited Lash very, very nicely. He needs a blink. He needs that blink Kaya before he can make these kind of moves, especially because of Stampede. I just want to say that Grave and Huskar is great, but Grave plus Lash is just as good.
It was a minute mark coming up, and you know, you use that Stampede and you speed on over, but you might get yourself a speeding ticket for moving in so quickly. You could get yourself a land ticket by putting an exclamation point ticket into the chat. You can find out more information on single and 3-day passes to the FISSURE Playground LAN October 31st to November 2nd in Belgrade, Serbia at the Sava Center. See how this goes, because I kind of expect Huskar to be a bit more active.
Top tower.
Well, he
tried to go mid, but now he's going to another lane for another tower, which is active in its own way. There's 2 different types of active, right? Objective active and fighting active.
Well, these kind of heroes, like you said, they want to be active, they want to fight, and if you know you're playing against them, you generally want to delay that fight for as long as possible, just dodge them. So the only thing left remaining for the poor old Husk is to hit buildings, hit rush, hit buildings, you know, force them that way, force their hand. Keep in mind, like, a couple of months ago, I had this player in my... I can't remember the nickname, but he's high rank and he spammed Huskar, but he didn't spam it in a way that he's just like fighting all the time. Instead, he is literally scaling. Like, he scales with the hero. He goes late. I think there is some potential to the Huskar, even in the late game. It's not as straightforward as it used to be. You either win 30 minutes in or you lose.
I think that, yeah, I agree with that. Protected by the Dazzle, paired up with the Leshrac, that is kind of what makes it true, right? Like, Leshrac feels like a hero that with a lead feels good, but can go into the late game regardless. With what we've seen from it.
Dreamcoil, Tusk.
They're smoking. They're trying to get over there. Tusk might be able to survive with a snowball a little bit longer and then get shallow grave, but it's pulling him a little bit too deep. Phase shift comes out, and he's just too far away from the team.
Tries to deny.
That illusory orb, and Dazzle just isn't going to be there in time. The Leshrac they go, and they find themselves in Stampede. Now they're going to try and turn this. We got Beastmaster. Fuse, Sunder already there. Mid one's already dead. Mortimer's Kisses was dropped down on this. 2 heroes gone. And again, Huskar's just not involved in this fight in any way, shape, or form. They'll try to TP out, but they've got the cookie. 3 heroes dead on the side of MOUZ. And this early game oriented lineup is just coming up empty-handed.
Yeah, maybe in this kind of a fight, I'd probably like my Huskar to be there, but yeah, they got punished by the move. The move was a bit greedy because they already lost the Tusk, right? Like, they still smoked up. They wanted to find the TB, but if you cannot kill him in the roar, they're probably not taking him down anyway. They have a blink on Lesh at least, right? So maybe they can make another play. Another thing that was showcased in that fight is how strong Demonic Purge is in this game, because all they need is the slow on Lesh, and then Snapfire and Mortimer Kisses just rips him apart.
This is starting to get worrisome.
Isn't going to last long.
Like, yeah, you can scale, but you are missing that timing that helps you get there. You know, I start to question what the game plan is here from MOUZ. This isn't Jug. It is a Huskar, but close to finishing off the Sange and Yasha, I would say.
Yeah. He's actually going for D-Lance first. So it looks like Sange into D-Lance and then into SNY. He's getting there for sure. He's scaling. I'm just as interested as you are. Like, this hero is very rarely played on position 1. So we'll see just how much he does once he does scale. If I had to choose between a free farming TB and a free farming Huskar, I'd probably choose a free farming TB.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Just kind of feels like one of those end-all be-all heroes, and yeah, he's TPing in here with about less than half health.
Yeah, the standard health for Huskar, really. You don't want to be higher up, right?
Yeah, like, I get a little bit worried when I think about the burst that could come from like a nicely placed illusory orb, scatter blast.
Even just roar.
Ooh, they'll go, and now they found the Beastmaster. This is just great fighting. Like, they see Crystal's mid, they show for a second, they back away, they go for the Beastmaster. And it was like this sly movement, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're just avoiding Christos at all costs. Well, and now, finally,
not this time.
His hands onto a Snapfire, and that's what allows him to get a kill. And now you see it going for this Centaur, and he's trying to TP out. He'll get out and he'll burn, but he won't.
He buys a fairy. He buys a fairy fire. I was looking if he's gonna do that. Better safe than sorry for sure. One in the end, I guess. Snap on mid versus beast for top. You're very happy with this if you're Liga, specifically because your Centaur didn't die. He has a pipe dominator going for a blink. I think the Centaur has been doing a lot of work on the map. Like in comparison to the beast that has been kind of stuck on top lane, you know, just trying to get his Helm of Overlord. I truly think that Centaur had way more impact so far, at least, even if it's just by pressing R.
Now, can you do that again, right? Like, can you repeat the damage that you just put on that Snapfire? Showing that, yes, this Huskar feels like it can be strong.
He just needs control, right? Like, he needs perhaps the Tusk to be in front with some ice shards or a roar to be there. He needs someone up front that can allow the Huskar to hit.
You've got this Huskar Dazzle combo, and now you're going to go for Roche, but your lockdown's just not great on MOUZ.
Yeah, Roar is good, but not great because of the SD on the other side. Let's see.
They just stampede away. They're going for a good timing on this. Snowball's coming in, and Mortimer's kisses, or you get picked up. Puck's in trouble, dead. Crystal's gonna run forward with this shallow grave life break. The disruption, can they stop the TP? Yes, they can. They'll get themselves a second. Finally coming together here for MOUZ.
Another one, maybe.
More. Shadow Demon trying to get under the tier 2 tower. He'll try to TP out, but they've got the vision. They'll hit the snowball. Walrus Punch is there. And Shadow Demon eventually will die to mid one.
Yeah, this is what we mentioned earlier, right? Like when you're playing the Huskar, if they don't want to fight you, you just go for objectives. You go for towers, you go for Aegis. They tried and they failed fighting around the pit.
Radiant's top tower deserves just
I
as
think
much help as bottom.
maybe in hindsight, of course, they should have given it away, but yeah, this was a very difficult fight for them to take, especially with the puck dying as quickly as he did. The snowball, of course, and Tusk just being in the perfect position. And now, of course, Yamich, with all this gold that he has gotten from the last couple of minutes, last couple of kills, he's got a Blink Dagger and 600 on top. So it will be easier for him to save targets or set up on heroes.
Right. And then we get the reconnect from the puck. We've got Huskar now leading the net worth. Happy about the gold he's getting. He's going Satanic AC.
Well, we're
Dire's middle tower is under
Go for the tier 2
attack.
tower. I will say these fights, these small fights, these small little advantages do allow them to go and grab themselves a tower pretty quickly too. They do take
Not
some
much
decent
good's happening
towers,
to Radiant's bottom tower.
which isn't bad.
yeah, tier 2 mid. They still have the Aegis for like 3.5 minutes. That's more than enough time to take the Tormentor. And maybe another tier 2 tower. Dazzle is a bait. Like, this is a sure bait down bottom.
Yeah, a Blink, Walrus Punch, Snowball, and looking for the split earth for the 3-man Dream Coil. They'll go for the Stampede. They've got the damage coming in for the Terrible. They try to get the kill here. The Shallow Grave. It will save Yamich. That leaves mid one vulnerable, though. You saved your support.
You didn't really.
Working anyway. They all died.
Radiant structures are
Yeah, okay, so I have a couple of
Notes?
problems with that fight. A couple of notes, yeah. First,
Radiant's bottom tower's got
Dazzle is baiting. That's one hero that you don't want to bait with. Even though you have a Blink Snowball on Tusk, just baiting with Dazzle generally is frowned upon. You know, like this hero wants to be in the back. Even though this was alright of a counterplay, it still didn't work. The second note, of course, you mentioned it, is the Grave on Tusk. Mid one I feel like he's not happy with that one. Yeah, it did feel that Tusk was maybe in a bit more of a precarious position than Lash, but still, all three of them die in the end. Even when they had ages, you know, and everything.
You gotta follow your cores, just like you gotta follow the channel exclamation point. You have to follow all things Fissure Universe here with Fissure Playground coming up. Get all the information about Fissure and their events as we continue on. That is, even it up. You still have this Aegis on Chrysalis, but again, another fight that he's just not involved in. When he's not involved, it feels really bad. When he is involved, it feels pretty solid. Honestly.
He's trying to be involved, you know. He was doing the right thing. It was a 20-minute mark. He went top. I think this was just like one of the ideas that MOUZ had, you know, and it's nice to see them trying things. Okay, on Tusk.
And the fact that this fight's happening behind the tier 3 tower is kind of insane. Dream Coil comes through. It's going to be on the 3. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses. They got the Shout Grave this time on a mid one. Tusk is low and dead. They'll find the Snapfire, but trying to find a position in which he can get out of this one. Loser Orb curveball hits the mark on a couple. 2-man stun coming in, but the life break is going to be through onto the Centaur, and he is low and burning, but will not find Fairy Fire again, and he just gets chipped away, but not completely away.
They have meta now again, and Shadow Demon is up in a couple of seconds. They should be able to defend this side, I think. Maybe even take a fight.
They got the Aegis. He's trying to stay in the face of this Dazzle. Not easy. Good damage coming in. Dazzle doesn't have his ult for 15 more seconds.
They have Blink and Senso.
Up, Blink. Hope stop. Roar. Ooh. Well, that's not going to feel great, but the damage coming into the Centaur again just feels overwhelming. They have no way to stop Chrysalis and the damage that he's outputting. They're going to look over at now this Snapfire, the Cookie, the turn, the try to get Chrysalis. It's got themselves the Shallow Grave again. Dazzle's got to help out a little bit more, maybe get a little bit of a heal on him. That's what they'll do to get the kill and respect. They'll look over the Terrorblade. He's on the run, and he can't get far enough away. Even with this Dream Coil snapping, they get that kill out of the Terrorblade. He's gone for 50. Life break again. Huskar's taking over.
Yeah, that's straight. Even with 5 Shadow Poisons, he's about to take 1,000 damage, by the way, but it's not even gonna tickle him because, of course, he's a Huskar. He just hits faster afterwards. They just got baited mega hard, right? Like that low ground chase just allowed the beast to hide behind the trees. Use Roar on not necessarily what you usually want to use it on, but it did set up a fight for Lash to come from behind, and most importantly, I feel like Dazzle was in the right position. Constantly in that fight, he's in the right position to use the Grave properly. They couldn't find him.
You really don't want to lose power.
No.
Dyer's middle barracks.
Attempts and
wanna fight again?
Stampede. When the shards block him for a second, allow this life break to go off. Cookie, some distance.
He's got Satanic now.
And he's still fine. Scatterblast, they'll pull back this Dazzle ult. Don't have to force too much.
They're all pretty low, right? So they don't really want to take a full-on high ground fight anymore. But they are smoking up. Never mind. I take that back. They have a BKB on Beast. They're going in.
By the Dazzle too.
It's so much shield as well.
They're gonna find Centaur again. Split Earth, hold the snowball. Oh god, the crowd control on that just is perfect numbers.
I am a big fan of Tusk plus Lash. I feel like this combo is one of the best 4 and 2 combos in the game right now. Yep.
Bottom tier 3. And Huskar may need to be a little bit careful, but he's got Satanic in a second. He really wants to just Satanic and heal up or stay alive at any point when that fight comes in. He can do so. Doesn't need to at that point. And he has got this plate mail coming in on him, so he'll have just that much more armor. Put him up to 37 armor. Not too sure how you kill the guy as they get the tier 3. Rookie to start, but they're gonna need more than that.
Meta is used.
They'll try to go for Chrysalis. They go to the Primal War. They've got themselves a Snowball, but there's the light break in with the Shallow Grave. He is starting to heal up a little bit. They go to the Walrus Punch onto the Terrorblade, but they've done no damage to him just yet. They'll end up using the life of Yamich to maybe extend this fight and hope that they can get Terrorblade in. Basil still now holding onto a Shallow Grave that just came off cooldown, but they just don't have the damage to break through just yet. Hawk coming back in with an illusory orb, but does not have access to that Dream Coil.
Yeah, meta was used. That's like the big issue now for Liga. It will be down for quite some time, which opens up the push once again. These cooldowns, these spells on MOUZ, like they have one big spell and that's Roar. Everything else is just instantly back online. Very low cooldown team.
Dire's bottom barracks have fallen.
He hits. Useless. Upset Satanic has the Shallow Grave. Life break in. The jump on the Terrorblade. They've got the disruption, but he knows which one it is. He should be able to get the kill, and they will. They'll take out this TB. They'll focus their attention on the Shadow Team. They bomb back on the Terrorblade. Not have Metamorphosis anyway, so the buyback doesn't really hinder him all too much, and they need to do so. But they are going to lose this Rax, and it will be down to Megas. He right on top of the Huskar. But TB is going to die another time, and that should be it for Liga. They do get the puck. They'll call GG. Game 1 goes the way of MOUZ.
In the end, it seems like, I gotta say, it was an early Huskar pick. It was a pretty cool game from MOUZ, for sure. They're back on their winning track, of course, with this W. I think yesterday was just a nightmare that they were gonna forget